Welcome everybody. Hope y'all are doing good today. I am Jane Belk with Funkature Gifts and DIY Studio. We are in Hiawassee, Georgia, which is the North Georgia Appalachian Mountains in a tiny lake town. I am going to work on the Floral anthology today, and part of what I want to show you about that is its connectivity. So it's got a lot of pieces and parts, but if you look at them carefully, some of them are designed to fit together. And so I wanted to work on that with y'all a little bit and show that to you, because the Floral anthology is a gorgeous classic floral, but it does require a little bit of pondering to figure out how all you get all these pieces and parts to go together nicely. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on today, and we're going to work on this bench that I know y'all have seen sitting over here against this wall since the 12th of Never. Well, today is the day that it finally gets finished. So this is the piece we've selected. This is one of the center, one of the main, there's two main pieces in the Floral anthology, and this is one of them, and this is the one we've selected to go on this piece. Okay, and so there's one other piece, and it is right here. These are the two main pieces on Floral anthology, and then you have lots and lots of little accessory pieces. You can see some of them are on this page as little individual pieces and parts. So this is going to be our focal, and this is the part that we're going to have basically in the center of our piece. Now the beauty of the Floral anthology is you have all these accessory pieces, and so if you don't get this perfectly centered on your piece, which is the part that's making Anna extremely nervous, it won't matter, because you're going to add these accessory pieces on here, and it's going to look like a floral spray, and it's going to be lovely. So
I'm shaking. If it's not centered, I'm shaking.
So don't sweat the small stuff, y'all. Just roll with it. So this is basically where I want this big piece to go.
Oh my gosh, you're even going to put it sideways. You're really going to make me nervous.
Yeah, it has to go that way. And then we're going to fit this right in here, because this particular piece is made to wrap around this rose and this leaf, this white flower, and this little area right here. You can see where the leaf is actually cut out on it. So the way I'm going to do this is basically where this is going to go, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to drop this piece down. So I've just basically positioned this where that it'll line up with that other piece. I'm going to put a piece of tape on here. So here we go, and I do have a little bit of a lip on this, but that's okay. So we're going to get this piece down first, and then everything else will build on this. So after you get it transferred, what you might want to do is put your piece of plastic back down over it, and then just rub it with a cloth. Just rub over the top of your transfer to make sure you've got it adhered down well. Especially if you're on a surface like this where, you're kind of working upside down and sideways, and you've got pieces. There's a lip on this, there's a lip right here. And so, just to make sure you've got all that part right in there is probably your biggest area you want to go back over real good.
You want to burnish it good.
Burnish it well, yes. That's the word. Thank you, Anna. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my next side piece. And the reason I'm doing these pieces first is because I want this, if there's some little imperfection when I go to layer this on the top, then I want this to cover the area that might be, a little bit, as we would say, a Bob Ross happy accident, okay? So that's why I'm going to put my side pieces on first, and then I'm going to lay this over the top, okay? So when I lay this second piece down over here, I'm going to err a little bit close so that I give myself that margin to lap over with, okay?
Because you personally would rather lap over than leave a big space.
I would, yes, because I want it to all look like it's one big arrangement.
And
so that's going to be about where I'm going to want that piece to go, right there. So again, I'm going to drop this piece off.
do you need a piece of tape?
I do.
I just don't want to hit this camera.
Try not to move it.
I got it. If you can, can you lean back or no?
I can.
Okay. You need more than that?
I think that'll be good. So what I'm going to do is fold my piece of white paper down. I'm going to let this come back up over the top so that I can get it taped into place so it does not move because I don't have a big margin of error here. And then peel the backing off. Okay? So see how I did that? That way you're sure you're getting it. All right, so now I'll show you how this is going to work. Everybody hold their tongue right because we want this to be pretty and we want it to look like, you know, I actually planned this even though there was some girl measuring involved. We do want it to line up correctly. So I've already taken my back off this one. If you take your back off of these things, you need to be super careful and don't get this thing, you know, too close to your piece before you're ready to lay it down, okay? You don't want it to be too close.
Yeah.
Voila!
Woohoo!
How about them apples?
Now that this thing's off, we can just pick it up too.
See, it's not so bad, Anna. It's
No,
okay,
it looks,
right?
no, it's centered. I think it's centered.
I'm telling you, girl measuring works every time.
It looks real. It's beautiful.
Works every time.
Very pretty. Is this
Here's a
heavy?
story real quick.
Oh, yeah,
So Anna and I decide on a project, and then Anna comes in and goes, are we still doing the same thing that we agreed on when I left, or have you changed it again?
True, I did.
She said she made me nervous.
Yeah, because all of a sudden she goes live, and I don't want to say on the live, what are you doing? That wasn't what we talked
That ain't
about.
what we talked about. So be sure you burnish it really well. Keep your piece of plastic, lay it down over the top of your
There we go.
transfer, and just rub that down really
There,
well.
now they can see it really good.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Okay. So there you go. So that's how you kind of put the floral anthology together. And as you can see, you really can't tell where these pieces were gathered in.
There's
you know,
no
where
way.
they were pieced in. So it's just a gorgeous transfer. It's very versatile. There are lots and lots of different ways you could use it. And this is just one of many.
Yeah, I don't want it
okay?
to
So come join us at Funkature. We have a lot of fun over there. And thanks for being here. Peace. Y'all take great care. Enjoy your Sunday.